How are you? What does this mean like?
Well, it's hard to start, man. I would describe it as transcendent.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I had some idea of what to expect. I knew that I'll become closer to the people around me, but I didn't think I'll become closer to this level. Like Riley said, I genuinely feel like with pretty much everybody in there, I can just be myself fully, and that's hard to do. It's very hard to do in today. And even sometimes with your friends, like sometimes with your friends, you just can't fully show certain sides to yourself. And then I feel like just with these guys, it's just awesome. So for that in itself, the connection, that piece is already huge. Transcendence, when I talk about transcendence, I think I talk about it in terms of mindset, the way I view the world even. I wanted to learn from somebody who was objectively better than me in many regards in my life. And to just sort of see the way how you think, and then to be in this sort of this energy with everyone else, it was really amazing. And then the practical and the theory all put together, it just made it so much more easier to encapsulate. So yeah, and then the connection work we all do with each other, and just even the jokes we made, and then the shit we talk. It's awesome. There's no one side to it, or it's not one dimensional. There's just so many different things we all go through. Um, yeah, it was amazing.
When you say transcended, what is that? What does that mean exactly to you? In what way?
Well, I think to transcend means to go beyond or to go into a higher place than where you were before. And I think, let's just say I came into this retreat there. My vibrations were there, my mindset, my energy, everything was there. And I feel like I've left this retreat there. So, and even, look, life, I might go back into an environment that may not serve me exactly the way I wanted to, but just knowing that I have these tools and knowing that I can always come back to it, I think that's the real test, and then that's where the real power comes from. So yeah,
You didn't expect that?
nah,
Yeah.
I didn't. I kept my expectations low, like he said, and yeah.
Good. What are some of the most valuable insights and takeaways that you've had on the last few days? So we've done a lot.
We have done a lot. One thing I kept saying to you was just the power of self-belief. I've always just thought it was. I've always thought it was arrogant. I've always thought that yeah, you shouldn't think you're top. You shouldn't think so highly of yourself and all that stuff. But honestly, when you said that like arrogance is an inflated sense of one's own self-importance, I thought about it. That's not me. I don't never think I'm that.
Yeah.
But self-belief, having that what you call delusional self-belief, that's better than just wallowing into trying to be all humble and stuff and not getting anywhere. You rather almost, where they always say if you aim for the stars, you reach the moon. Even if you miss the stars, you land on the moon. So if I can just carry that through with me and just have that self-belief, like what's the harm in that? There's no harm in doing that. Worst case, I just get to my goals.
Yeah.
you know so that was incredibly powerful, just having that self-belief and knowing how to talk to yourself, and even the language that you use. Because yeah, when I analyze my own sort of language, there's so much stuff that I say I am this, I am that, and then when you say that, when you say that, a part of you believes it subconsciously. So it makes sense why, if you don't say that, if you say I am this, I can do that, why would that not help you? Why would that be a bad thing? It just makes sense. So that was a big takeaway for me. Even the way I approach things, just the language, the power of language. So yeah, and then obviously the power of having people in your environment, good people in your environment, the power of a good environment, socially, everything like that. It's just second to none. Like, you need good people in your life.
that reminds me of something I've been asking, and that's how do you think that some of the things we've done in this retreat are they're abnormal,
Yeah.
right? They're not. You look at them on paper and be like, how's that going to make Clement a better coach? Hold on, business owner, how? It's not like super direct, superficially. How do you think and see some of the experiences and things that you've seen and learned and gone through over the last 4 days can actually make you into a better coach, health professional, business owner, all of that?
Right, yep. For starters, just being present and understanding yourself, and then by default, understanding others, learning how to talk to others on their level, and learning to understand really why. When you can understand that, when you can communicate better, it starts with being able to communicate better with yourself. If you can communicate better with yourself, then you communicate better with the world, and obviously by default, your clients.
That's so good. That's a post. Clip that. That's really smart. When you communicate better with yourself, you can communicate better with others and other clients. So
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah, and the world.
In the world.
Yeah, man. Words from the heart, bro.
What's a few words? What's like a handful of words that you think describes this retreat, Trinity, these experiences?
I'll describe it as inspiring, authentic, connective or connection. And it was just fun. It was just fun having all these different people there, just talking crap, having a joke, having a laugh. You know, not everyone was too serious. It's just good. And then to also have the side where we can learn from someone like yourself who has done a lot of the things that we wanted to do, to be in your vicinity. Yeah, that was more than a few words, but yeah.
Why are you here?
I'm here because I feel like these experiences and this thing that you offer has a potential to change my life. So that's what I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Do you have any last things, thoughts, anything in your heart, on your mind, anything you wrote down, potentially even, that you want to share?
I did find that in the past, sort of cheap dopamine hits, I was always chasing them. I was always chasing cheap dopamine hits, whether it be a form of something that you take and you get a temporary feeling of dopamine, or even just small bad habits that you have. In the past, I've had a propensity to do stuff like that. But then being here, being fully present, being in my state of mind, being a sober state of mind, and still experiencing a level that's if not greater than what I was experiencing before. It just shows you, yeah, when you go for things that are more meaningful, you get more out of life rather than just a cheap, easy, quick fix. Yeah, I think that's what gives you the most meaning in life. When you go through things that are meaningful and you're present with it, that can be just as powerful, and if not, most likely more powerful than just a cheap, quick little dopamine fix.
What is 100%, and what is the experiences that you've had throughout Trinity, this retreat, everything that have illuminated the things that have given you more meaning?
Even starting from environment, being in this environment, having this beautiful view. You can't get that with just a fucking puff of weed. You know, that having so many people with great minds who are also on this path to trying to get better. Having them all under one roof, it creates a sort of resonance, this sort of energy that is incredibly hard to replicate anywhere else, and it's more meaningful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resonance.
Resonance, yeah.
That's a great word.
I'm full of great words, man.
Thank you, Glenn.
Yeah. Thank you, Alex.
You really leaned into this experience. I could see it. You really leaned in and just went into it. And I'm really glad you did, and you should keep your head high for doing so. You really took great advantage with yourself. And I hope you got to see that yourself is the gift. You are.
Yeah, thank you for recognizing that, man.
Like who you are is the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, thank you for acknowledging that and recognizing that, man. Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome.